Firstly, we need to look at how America got bored like they usually do and tried to overthrow another government. This leads us to the Bay of Pigs held in 1961, where America failed to overthrow the Cuban government. Because of this, Cuba turned to Russia and said, "Hey, can you hook a brother up with some missiles? Will nuclear missiles help?" Sure. So now, Cuba is friends with Russia.
Oh, friend! Oh, new friend! Oh, friend! Please be my friend! Oh, friend!
And became communist. America, being nosy as usual, sends the U-2 over. Not that U-2, this U-2. The images they gathered displayed nuclear weapons. Therefore, America created a naval blockade around Cuba to quarantine all shipments.
You shall not pass!
Russia was a bit cheesed off with America because of this, and they began the most intense game of nuclear missile chicken. During this standoff, an American vessel spotted a Russian nuclear submarine and signalled it to come to the surface by dropping a depth charge. Yes, a depth charge. I really don't see how on earth that makes any sense, but it happened. The crew of the Russian submarine took this to heart and took this as an act of war, so they began to prepare the nuclear missiles to make America more non-existent than my love life. But for this to happen, the nuclear launch had to be approved by 3 commanding officers. The first 2 agreed to have America looking as flat as a witch's tit. It just left it down to the 3rd and final commander.
Враги подходят с востока!
What really happened was the final commander refused to approve the launch. This single decision prevented a potential nuclear war. Meanwhile, the American and Soviet governments secretly struck up a deal to put the feud to one side. Soviet Russia agreed to remove their nuclear missiles from Cuba if America removed their own nuclear missiles from Turkey and Italy,
But I don't want to!
and had to promise not to invade Cuba, which they promised. Or did they?